what to say after such beautiful words in such a beautiful historical environment. I'm really very deeply impressed also about the honor that you bestowed upon me and all the nice words that were spoken just a while ago. What to say more than thank you very, very, very much. But I consider it not only as an achievement of me personally, but also as an achievement of our collaboration, the collaboration between my university and the famous university, Jagiellonian University in Krakow, in the field of environmental toxicology, like Professor Laskowski has explained to you. We have contributed a lot together with the group in Krakow and the group in Amsterdam to the field of environmental toxicology, which we call eco-toxicology, in Europe, in many, many different programs, with the final aim to improve the European environment. And I can tell you, Mr. Rector, any zloty or dollar or euro spent to environmental toxicology is a zloty, dollar or euro well spent, because the environment will improve. And this task I would like to illustrate in a very specific example, which at the moment is going on in my country. Let me give you an example. In the moment, actually, a kind of crisis is going on in the Netherlands, which has to do with a certain type of pollution of the soil by a group of compounds which are polyfluorinated alkyl substances. These are chemical compounds which have been synthesized by chemical industry for a very long time and are used in many, many different applications, like baking pans, pizza boxes, fire extinguishers, and all kinds of things. And they are made to be very stable. That's why they are perfect substances in all kinds of applications, but of course at the same time it is a disaster for the environment, because these compounds do not disappear. They are very, very persistent. Now, although scientists knew it for a long time, the Dutch government has found out that there are polyfluorinated alkyl substances in the environment everywhere, and especially in soil, and they have proclaimed that if a soil has a concentration higher than 1 microgram per kilogram, that lot of soil may not be transported to another place where there is a concentration lower than 1 microgram per kilogram. Sorry, 0.1 microgram per kilogram. 0.1 microgram per kilogram. That's a really low concentration. And the consequences, of course, is that no one can move any soil from any place to any other place, and a lot of construction works are stopped, blocked at the moment. So that's a really important decision that was made by the Ministry of Environment. So the threshold of 0.1 micrograms per kilogram is not based on any scientific evidence. And that's a real disaster, because of course it will not stand up to court. If you take such measures that interfere so very much with basic economical processes, you should have a scientific basis to defend these kind of concentrations, and there isn't. The 0.1 micrograms per kilogram is about something that the chemists can still measure. About the lowest concentration that you can measure in soil. But of course it is not an effect concentration. The concentrations, like Professor Laskowski has told you a while ago, should be based on effect concentrations. And this concentration isn't. I think it is an illustration of a systematic ignorance of the developments in environmental toxicology. The European Commission and also the Dutch government, I don't know so much about the Polish government, but I guess it's about the same. They have ignored environmental toxicology for a long time, and that's why environmental toxicologists have not been able to build up a good evidence by which such decisions about concentration of PFASs can be governed. Dear members of the Senate, dear Rector, environmental governance should not base its decisions on the precautionary principle or just upon the wishes of certain stakeholder groups. The concentrations, the norms, the thresholds for contaminants in soil, in water, in air, in the environment in general, should be based on solid scientific evidence. And we should be able to build up that evidence. And so it will be my pleasure to continue working with Jagiellonian University and the Free University. And so I take this, this honorary degree not only as a personal achievement, but as a challenge to continue building that scientific knowledge that is necessary to improve the environment and to make sure that we have a good scientific basis of taking important decisions that interfere with economy and improve the environment. That's all I would like to add, Mr. Rector.